So, ladies and gentlemen, today we start with Fermet, and one of the biggest misconception of Fermet is we think that it is because it is something to do with iron. It is a remedy directly responsible for the what we call anemia, and it is randomly given for any person suffering from anemia. It is randomly given. Remember, my dear friends, Natrimur will be more indicated in anemia than Ferromet, because I don't say that Ferromet is not indicated, but it is not a universal truth that Ferromet has to be given for what we call anemia. So remember, before I go into details of Ferromet, I'd like to narrate in my earlier days of practice how I came across a Ferromet personality. So one of my cousins, he was married to a girl from Madhya Pradesh, and that was and she came from a very uh, well-known family of that part. So she used to speak Hindi, and my mom, my mommy, who's a bhau the, she was her bhau. So my mommy was every day complaining about the hoe. So whenever I used to go to my mama's place, I used to see that my mommy being complaining about the hoe. And I being the favorite of my mommy, my mama's wife, mommy is mommy bolte na Hindi mein मालूम नहीं. So I being the, she always used to say that here go Ravi, I have brought a girl all the way from Madhya Pradesh. So thinking that she comes from a very good family, a well-known family of that part, but she's not up to the mark. She doesn't want to work and all that. You remember all my friends that saas bhi kabhi bahu thi. Every woman has got a sasuma in her. कितना भी बोले, एक बार अपने बेटे की शादी होने के बाद suddenly she realizes that she is not an ordinary lady, she is a sasuma. Till then वो अपने अपने मायके के स्टोरीज बताते रहती है, मेरे मायके में ऐसा है, मेरे मायके में ऐसा है. Once her son gets married, then she realizes she is the authority in the family and she has to rule. Similar case, whenever I used to go to my mama's place, my mom used to be complaining about her bow, and whenever I used to go to meet my bhabhi, she used to say, आप अपनी मामी को क्यों नहीं कन्विंस करते कि it's not that I don't want to work, but I feel very tired. I feel exhausted very fast. So whenever I used to talk to my mommy used to say that, well, ये खा के मोटी हो गई, उसके बाद तो घर में खाना खिलाते कि नहीं मालूम नहीं, सिर्फ खाना मांगता है इसको, ये मोटी हो गई देखो, is putting on weight. So whenever I used to meet my bhabhi, she used to say that, भाई साहब मैं ज्यादा नहीं खाना खाती मगर फिर भी मेरा वजन बहुत बढ़ रहा है. And whenever I used to go, I work, मेरा पूरा बदन लाल हो जाता है, मेरा चेहरा लाल हो जाता है. And आपकी सासू माँ को लगता है कि मेरी सासू माँ को लगता है कि मैं सिर्फ खाना खा के मोटी हो रही हूँ. मैं खाना ज्यादा नहीं खाती मगर मैं ज्यादा काम भी नहीं कर सकती. तो ज्यादा काम करने से मुझे बहुत थकान आती है. And I feel very tired because of working and slight exertion also I feel tired. I don't feel like working. I just want to I want to relax. So my mommy's comment used to be, ये ज्यादा खाना खाती है इसलिए मोटी हो गई. She is eating a lot of food. That's why she's putting on weight. And now इसको काम नहीं करना चाहती, इसके बाप के घर में कभी काम करना सिखाया नहीं. So one fine day, I asked my cousin, अरे अपने भाभी जी का ये क्यों नहीं करा लेते, हेमोग्लोबिन करा लो. तो क्या है उसमें, बस वेट बढ़ गया है, कलर भी लाल है. ऐसे वो सवाल नहीं है, हेमोग्लोबिन करा लो. And when hemoglobin was done, it was 5.5. So such a low hemoglobin, but still she used to get flushed whenever she used to work. She used to get flushed, and this flushing of the face, and then early exertion. This was all the cause, and most important, generalized, generalized generalized swelling, edema all over the body. So this generalized swelling is a classic symptom of pyramid where the blood becomes thin because the hemoglobin is less. When the blood becomes thin, the person develops generalized swelling, and we feel that he is putting on weight. Whenever you look at the patient, because his skin, his face is red, so you feel that he is plethoric and he's putting on weight. Basically, it is not plethora, but the terminology is known as false plethora. Looks plethoric, but it is not. Looks plethoric, but it is not. They just put on weight. Actually, it is not putting on weight, but it is fluid retention of the body. So when I gave Ferromet to my bhabhi, within 15 days, almost 4.5 kgs had reduced. He says that आपने भाई साहब जब से दवाई दी है, I must be passing urine every 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Even in the night, I keep on passing urine, and I am suspecting that I am having diabetes. I said no. It is whatever the fluid retention was in your body, it is coming out. So here in pyramid, there is a lot of fluid retention because of thinning of blood, because of less hemoglobin, and the blood becomes more thin, and there's a lot of fluid retention in the body. So remember, my dear friends, whenever you have pyramid patient, it is a false plethora. They look healthy, but they are not healthy. In Marathi, we call it popsa. In Marathi, we call it popsa. They look very healthy, but they are not healthy. So that's very important pyramid. Now what happens here exactly? Remember, my dear friends, even if you throw a small piece of magnet in any soil, कहीं भी फेंक दो magnet का टुकड़ा, you will find a lot of mud is sticking around, a lot of mud or a lot of sand is sticking around that magnet. So that means it is not lack of iron ore in the soil. It is not lack of iron ore in the soil, nor is there a lack of iron ore in the food we eat. But whenever you go to modern medicine, those doctors for anemia, they give you some verum injections, verum supplements, and tonics and all that. So अगर तूप खाने से रूप आता तो every woman would have eaten तूप और उसको रूप आ जाता. ऐसा नहीं होता है. Here it is defective assimilation. It is defective assimilation of the intestine. The food what you eat, every part of muscle you eat is containing iron ore. Because as I gave an example, every soil, every sample of mud is having iron ore. If you throw, as I told you, if you throw a magnet in any mud, there's a lot of mud which sticks around it. That is iron ore. So the food also what you eat is containing iron ore, but in pyramid, the food what we intake is not assimilated. That iron ore is not assimilated, and here lies the main crunch of crux of the pyramid, where a person is not synthesizing the iron ore taken inside. Every food is containing iron ore. You don't need iron supplements. अगर वो टंकी को नीचे से लीकेज है, वो लीकेज बंद करना चाहिए. टंकी में पानी भरना is not a solution. Similarly, when a person is not synthesizing, iron ore or defective assimilation of iron ore, then we think of his pyramid. Now, what happens in pyramid? Like natriuretic, we have also anemic headaches, especially in school-going girls' headache. But pyramid, when natriuretic is from sunrise to sunset. Silicia is better by tight bandaging around the head. So every headache has got its own modality, but pyramid headache, I was quite stunned when I came to know the symptom. It is constant headache. You know that? Constant headache. Continuous headache. There is no modality in the headache of pyramid. So continuous, the headache keeps on going continuous, and the headache doesn't stop at all. Even if you sleep, there is a headache. When you wake up, there's a headache. When you eat, there's a headache. When you take a bath, you feel it's a headache. Even if you press your head, there's a headache. I mean, there is no modality for a headache of pyramid where there is a constant type of a headache, which is again a very important headache of pyramid. There is no remedy. Every remedy of headache is having modalities, but pyramid has having no modality. It is a constant headache. So any action, any position, lying down or sitting, anything you do, the headache continues. So there is a constant headache, and here lies uh, a real characteristic of pyramid. Then pyramid, one very important aspect of pyramid is it doesn't have a it doesn't have it doesn't have uh, it doesn't have nausea. There is no nausea. There is nausea without, I mean, no nausea with vomiting. It is known as leatherback stomach. Leatherback stomach बोले तो उसको कोई sensation नहीं है. Like for example, someone takes one or two pecks more, he feel like vomiting out. Someone eats more, you feel like throwing it out. If you drink more water, you feel like throwing it out. So there is a sensation in the stomach that something is in excess. So, for example, you eat too much sweet, you feel like throwing it out. So, because the stomach is also sensitive, but here pyramid has got non-sensitive stomach. He eats, and suddenly he is vomiting. Immediately after eating, he vomits, and again he feels hungry and he sits for eating. Normally, a person with nausea, normally a person who has vomited won't have food for another, say, few hours, because that nausea, persistent nausea, or what we say, the antiperistaltic movement in the esophagus will prevent him from eating or drinking anything because of nausea. Like in ipecac, there's a constant nausea, but here vomiting without nausea is a peculiar complaint of pyramid where it is known as leatherback stomach. Vomiting as soon as he eats. The moment he eats, and suddenly there's a vomiting, he vomits out, and again comes back, and he can have food. That's quite a peculiar complaint of pyramid where it, it totally changes the aspect of looking at pyramid. Then another peculiar complaint of pyramid is diarrhea as soon as he eats. Some people may come to you saying that as soon as they eat, they feel like going to the loo. They just can't wait. They have to go and clear themselves up. यानी कि जहाँ से लोन लिया है immediately deposit भी वही रख के जाते हैं. For example, if a guest comes to your house and as soon as he eats, he goes to the loo. तो ये पता चलना चाहिए कि it is a typical pyramid where a person wants to bring whatever he has eaten, you keep it there and go up. That means as soon as he eats, there is a great urging for stools or diarrhea as soon as he eats, or vomiting as soon as he eats. So from any end, whatever the food you have eaten will come out. That's why the pyramid has got a peculiar complaint of pyramid where he complains diarrhea or vomiting as soon as he eats. Then, as last time I mentioned that there are certain universal foods where this food you will get anywhere in the world, right from North Pole to to African countries. You have these foods wherever you go. One is milk, second is eggs, third is potato, and fourth is fish. These are universal foods. Wherever you go, you will find something or the other from this. इसमें से कुछ ना कुछ तो आपको मिलेगा ही मिलेगा. दूसरा कुछ forget about mutton, chicken, or fruits and all this. So, but these four things, one of the four things, or at least these four things, you will get all over the world. Out of which one egg is there, and I remember one day my friend came to me He said, I am having egg allergy. I said, fine. So egg allergy is उसमें क्या बड़ी बात है? So what do you do? He says, I never eat egg. So apart from that, he says, I cannot even take bone vita. I said, egg allergy और bone vita का संबंध क्या है? He says, I don't know, but I think bone vita, they must be adding egg into bone vita. I said, it's impossible because bone vita is pure vegetarian. Bone vita is pure vegetarian. You all know bone vita. There's all this Horlicks, bone vita, Maltova, then Complan, and all this drinks. So I said, it is a pure vegetarian drink. How can you say that there is something to do with egg? He says, I can have anything, tea, coffee, doodh, milk, everything, but not bone vita. Whenever I have bone vita, suddenly my face swells up and the bloating of the face and all that. So I get the aggravation by bone vita. So when I inquired, it was quite shocking to me. They add protein powder to Bonvita. It is basically a health drink. It is basically a health drink. So health drink के अंदर आता है. So and it gives you a lot of boost to energy and all that. So here because of health drink, they add protein powder, and this protein powder most probably is powder made from egg protein. This most probably is made from egg protein because this person, whenever he used to have bone vita, he complained of allergy all over his body, and of course eggs he couldn't digest. So when I gave him Ferromet, and he is a fond eater of eggs now, because if you develop an egg allergy, at least you are depriving yourself of one fourth of the international foods. If you have a developed egg allergy, you deprive yourself of one fourth of the international foods. So you remember egg allergy, milk allergy, potato allergy, and fish allergy. This is depriving your oneself of one fourth of the foods you can consume, because you will be very comfortable. You can consume all these four things wherever you go, or all over the world. You can get these foods and you are most comfortable. So here I gave him Ferromet for I think 1 or 2 months, Ferromet 30 then 200, and later on I started asking him to put, whenever egg was broken, slide egg, that egg, bulk of that egg, slide just put it on his near the wrist, so to see if there is this rash. Initially there used to be redness, and later on that redness stopped, and then when he didn't develop any rash after applying egg, I said why not try it, and started trying it, and today he is the most fond egg eater. He can consume couple of eggs and without any allergy. That was the thanks to Ferromet, because Ferromet is having egg allergy. Then one more thing which I, as a sportsman, because you must be aware that I am a visiting faculty to the Sports Authority of India. So because of being a visiting faculty in Bangalore, SAI. So SAI, I am a visiting faculty. Now what is my job? My job is to ensure the persons need, they are given proper massage. See, I am trained in massage, so to ensure that the players are given some, that is known as therapeutic massage. So whenever there is a sudden pain in the deltoid, how the deltoid has to be handled. Whenever there is a sudden pain in the back, how the back has to be handled. So this is not, I'm not talking about a very intensive therapy, but external therapy where that problem can be solved on the field itself. And this I go and teach the coaches what to do. So here I came across a person who was a badminton player of national repute. He was supposed to represent uh, international, but he had developed a pain in the deltoid muscle. It developed pain in the deltoid muscle. So initially I thought it was because of repetitive strain injury. So I gave him Ruta, repetitive strain injury. So I gave him Ruta, and that did help him. So when the MRI was done of his shoulder, then it revealed that it had a frozen shoulder. The pain is to be there in not exactly in the joints, but it was in the deltoid muscle. This deltoid it was the deltoid muscle, and his action was not complete. If action, whenever he used to, he couldn't rotate fully. So they had developed this reverse. So I gave him Ferromet. Ferromet is one of the remedies for, remember my dear, for frozen shoulder. What we call it? Frozen shoulder. The medical terminology is frozen shoulder or inflammation of the shoulder or inflammation exactly inflammation of deltoid muscle. Whenever he tries to lift it up, he says the pain is in this muscle. It is not in the joint, but it is in the deltoid muscle. And Ferromet really cured him. I don't know where he is now, but he must be playing badminton still, because this even then I have tried Ferromet in couple of patients, not with initial, not without any history of injury. Some ladies, they suddenly develop uh, their frozen shoulder, and they can't lift up their hand even to put on the, they can't even be able to put on the light switch. It is so painful. And you know what is the therapy in modern medicine? They make you unconscious. They put you in anesthesia, and then they move the hand, they break all the septas. It is a very painful thing. If he is the person awake, and if this maneuver is done, the person may die because of pain. That pain is so much. So they put him under anesthesia, break all the septas, and then for next 2 months, 2 3 months, then he has to do that. He will keep on uh, circulating the wheel, so for physiotherapy or occupational therapy. But that again is a very painful procedure, and pyramid does help you whenever there is this frozen shoulder. It has given me excellent results, so you can also try it. And now I am going to unmute you, and I'm going to unmute you, and you can ask me some questions on pyramid. Any questions?
If there is a calcifications of the shoulder joint,
Yeah.
and because of the frozen shoulder is diagnosed, can we think of the Ferromet during that time also?
If there's a calcification, then we have to think of Argentum Met, or because if first we have to find out the causative factor. One of the main causes in this can be injury fall on the shoulder. So if there's a causative factor like fall or pain, I mean injury, then we can think of Ruta also. Pyramid is actually the pain in the deltoid muscle. Actually, pain in the deltoid muscle. Yeah.
So, but because of the frozen shoulder, the load comes to the deltoid muscle, and because of that patient felt pain on the deltoid.
The deltoid itself is
a restriction of the movement.
Deltoid itself is inflamed. He doesn't talk about the pain in the shoulder joint. When we talk about the pain in the shoulder joint, you can point out this is a pain. The pain is, but he says his muscle is paining. He talks about
muscle is paining. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Any more? Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Harshada?
Sir, please check my message.
Please take your message.
Yes, sir.
On what?
I have sent you.
Okay, you please send your name also. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
I don't take the message when it's not identified.
Okay, sir.
Right. Shall we close the lecture? Thank you.
Yes, sir.